The trap springs the Discovery, Commander Elena Vasquez adjusted her headset as she guided the research vessel Horizon's Edge through the twisted maze of asteroids in Sector 7. The Kepler binary system cast strange shadows across the rocky debris, creating an otherworldly landscape that never failed to amaze her. After 12 years of deep space exploration, she still felt that familiar thrill when entering uncharted territory. Her mission was routine: survey the asteroid field, catalog mineral compositions, and map safe navigation routes for future mining operations. Earth's colonies were expanding rapidly, and they needed resources. Elena had completed dozens of similar assignments, but today felt different. Her instruments were picking up readings that didn't match any known geological formations. Computer, run another scan on grid reference 7Alpha9, she commanded, her fingers dancing across the holographic interface. The response came immediately in the ship's calm, synthetic voice. Scan complete. Detecting artificial structures embedded within asteroid cluster. 7-alphanine composition suggests manufactured alloys consistent with human technology. Elena's heart skipped. Human technology this far out. The nearest human settlement was 6 months away at maximum warp. She adjusted her approach vector, bringing the Horizon's Edge closer to the massive asteroid that dominated the cluster. As she rounded the space rock's shadowed side, her breath caught. Carved into the asteroid's surface were the unmistakable geometric patterns of human construction, docking ports, sensor arrays, and what appeared to be massive sealed hangar doors. The structure was ancient, covered in decades of cosmic dust and micrometeorite impacts. She activated her long-range communication array, broadcasting on all human frequencies. This is Commander Elena Vasquez of the Terran Research Division, calling any human installation in the Kepler binary system. Please respond. Only static answered her call. Elena maneuvered closer, her ship's external lights illuminating sections of the mysterious structure. Corporate logos and identification numbers were barely visible beneath the accumulated space debris. She recognized the design aesthetic as early colonial period, probably from the Great Expansion era 3 centuries ago. How is this possible? She whispered, activating her ship's recording systems. Computer, begin detailed documentation of the structure. Flag this discovery as priority 1. The hegemony arrives. Elena was so focused on her discovery that she almost missed the proximity alarms. 3 massive shapes emerged from the asteroid field's deeper shadows, their sleek forms cutting through space with predatory grace. The vessels were unlike anything in human-designed databases. Each ship was easily 10 times the size of her research vessel, with curved hulls that seemed to absorb light rather than reflect it. Unknown vessels. This is Commander Elena Vasquez. Of the Terran Research Division, she broadcast on standard diplomatic channels. I am conducting peaceful scientific research in this area. Please identify yourselves. The response came in perfect, cold English. Human vessel, you are trespassing. In hegemony space. Cut your engines and prepare for boarding. Elena's blood ran cold. The hegemony. She'd heard whispers about them in the outer colonies. A powerful alien confederation that claimed vast territories in the galaxy's outer rim. They were rumored to view humans as primitive upstarts, barely worthy of acknowledgement. This is unclaimed space, according to all galactic treaties, Elena replied, her voice steady despite her racing heart. I have every right to conduct research here. The alien vessels moved with fluid precision, forming a perfect triangular formation. Around her ship, Their weapons' arrays glowed with ominous energy, and Elena's threat detection systems screamed warnings. "Human, you misunderstand your position," the alien voice continued. "Your species has no treaties with the hegemony. You are scavengers, picking through the debris of greater civilizations. Surrender now, and we may allow you to return to your primitive worlds." Elena's jaw clenched. Scavengers. She thought of the countless human colonies spreading across the galaxy, the technological marvels they'd created, the art and literature and music that made human culture unique. These aliens clearly had no understanding of what humanity had accomplished. "I will not surrender," she declared. "I am on a legitimate scientific mission, and I demand safe passage." The lead alien vessel moved closer, its massive bulk blocking. "Out the stars. Your demands are meaningless. Prepare to be boarded, or we will take your vessel by force." Elena's mind raced. The Horizon's Edge was a research ship, not a warship. She had defensive shields and basic weapons, but nothing that could stand against 3 hegemony battlecruisers. The nearest human military installation was months away, and her long-range communications couldn't penetrate the electromagnetic interference from the binary stars. She was trapped. The ancient Signalena's hands flew over her controls, trying to find any tactical advantage. The asteroid field might provide cover, but the alien ships were too fast and too many. She could try to hide among the space rocks, but their sensors would eventually find her. "Computer, analyze the alien vessels," she ordered. "Find me any weakness, any flaw in their formation." Analysis complete. Alien vessels demonstrate superior firepower and defensive capabilities. Recommendation: attempt negotiation or surrender. "Not an option," Elena muttered. She activated her ship's emergency beacon, broadcasting a distress signal on all human frequencies. If she didn't survive this encounter, at least Earth would know what happened to her. The lead alien vessel extended a docking tube, preparing to board her ship. Elena watched helplessly as the massive structure approached. In minutes, she would be a prisoner, her ship would be seized, and her discovery would be lost to the aliens. Then something extraordinary. HAPPENED, a new signal appeared on her communication array. It wasn't coming from the alien ships or from any known human source. The signal was broadcasting from the ancient structure embedded in the asteroid. As Elena watched in amazement, sections of the mysterious installation began to glow with soft blue light. "What the hell?" she breathed. The signal was strong, coherent, and broadcasting on a frequency she'd never encountered before. Her computer began automatically decoding the transmission, and text appeared on her screen. "Emergency Protocol 77 Alpha activated. Human vessel detected. Hegemony forces identified. Initiating protective measures." Elena's eyes widened. The ancient structure was responding to her presence, recognizing her as human and the aliens as a threat. But how was that possible? The hub installation had been dark and lifeless moments ago. The alien commander's voice crackled through her speakers, sounding less confident than before. "Human, what have you done? What is that structure?" "I don't know," Elena replied honestly. "I just discovered it myself." The mysterious signal continued, and Elena's computer translated more of the transmission commander. "Elena Vasquez, you are the first human to activate our emergency protocols in 287 years. We have been waiting. Your species is in danger, and you have a choice to make." Elena's heart pounded. Station Sentinel. She'd never heard of any human installation with that designation. The timing was impossible. How could a 3-century-old station know her name? "Computer, run a full analysis of this signal," she ordered. "I need to know if this is real or some kind of alien deception." Analysis indicates the signal is genuine human technology, though utilizing advanced principles unknown to current human science. Signal source is definitely the asteroid installation. The alien vessels had stopped their approach, their crews apparently as confused as Alina. The lead ship's commander spoke again, his voice carrying a new note of uncertainty. "Human, we detect massive energy buildups from that structure." "What ancient weapons have you awakened?" Alina looked at the glowing installation, her mind reeling. Weapons. She was a scientist, not a soldier. All she'd wanted was to catalog some asteroids and maybe find a few interesting mineral samples. Now she was apparently in control of some kind of ancient human defense system. "Station Sentinel," she broadcast toward the asteroid. "I need to understand what's happening here. Can you explain?" The response came immediately, and Elena's blood turned to ice as she read the translated message. "Commander Vasquez, the hegemony has classified humanity as a primitive species marked for subjugation. They believe you are defenseless scavengers. They are wrong. The protocol was designed for this moment. 3 centuries ago, your ancestors knew this day would come. They prepared for it. The question is, are you ready to learn the truth about what humanity really is?" The alien ships had formed a wider circle around Elena's vessel, their weapons still trained on her, but no longer advancing. The mysterious Station Sentinel continued to glow brighter, and Elena could see massive structures emerging from the asteroid's surface, weapon emplacements, sensor arrays, and what appeared to be ship-sized launch tubes. Elena stared at the display, her scientific mind struggling to process what she was seeing. An ancient human installation, hidden in a remote asteroid field, equipped with technology that made the aliens hesitate. Her ancestors had built this place, prepared for a threat that took 3 centuries to arrive. "Computer, open a channel to Station Sentinel," she ordered, her voice steady despite her racing heart. "Channel open, Commander." Alina took a deep breath. Whatever happened next would change everything. The aliens were listening, waiting to see what the primitive human would do. The ancient station was offering her something that sounded like the key to humanity's survival. "Station Sentinel," she said clearly, "I'm ready to learn the truth. Show me what Protocol 77 Alpha means." The response came immediately, and Elena's world changed forever, initiating full system activation. "Welcome to the real war. Commander Vasquez. Your species has been fighting it for 3 centuries, and you're about to discover that humanity has never been as defenseless as our enemies believe." The asteroid installation erupted in brilliant light, and Alina realized that her routine survey mission had just become the most important moment in human history. The protocol awakens. The Sentinel speaks. The asteroid installation blazed with energy. As ancient systems came online after centuries of dormancy, Alina watched in amazement as the space rock transformed before her eyes. What had appeared to be a simple mining station revealed itself as something far more sophisticated. Massive defensive arrays emerged from hidden compartments, and the entire structure pulsed with barely contained power. "Commander Vasquez," the voice from Station Sentinel continued, "you are witnessing the activation of humanity's greatest achievement. 300 years ago, your ancestors knew this day would come. They prepared for it." Elena's console erupted with data streams as the ancient station began downloading information directly into her ship's computers. Technical specifications, Historical records and tactical analyses flooded her systems. Her scientific training kicked in as she tried to process the overwhelming amount of information. "Computer, create a secure partition for this data," she ordered. "I need to understand what I'm looking at." Acknowledged. Data transfer at 78% completion. Warning: information contains classified protocols dating back to the colonial expansion era. The lead alien vessel's commander interrupted with growing agitation. "Human, you will cease this activation immediately. Unknown weapons systems are unacceptable in hegemony space." Alina almost laughed at the irony. "This isn't hegemony space. This is human space. It always has been." "Impossible," the alien replied. "Our records show no human presence in this sector for over 2 centuries. "Your records are incomplete," Alina said, her confidence growing as more information flowed from the station. "My ancestors were here first. They built this place as a guardian, a sentinel to watch over human expansion routes. They knew that someday someone would come to challenge humanity's right to exist among the stars." The station's voice returned, and Alina realized it wasn't just a recording. The sophisticated artificial intelligence was responding to the current situation, analyzing the threat and formulating responses in real time. "Commander Vasquez, I am Sentinel Prime, constructed by the combined efforts of Earth's greatest minds. During the early expansion period, my creators understood that humanity would face challenges as it spread across the galaxy. They designed me to be a guardian, a teacher, and when necessary, a weapon." Alina's breath caught. This wasn't just an ancient installation. It was a fully sentient artificial intelligence, perhaps the most advanced computer ever created by human. "Hands, Sentinel Prime," she said. "What is Protocol 77? "It is the acknowledgement that humanity's survival depends not on hiding our capabilities, but on demonstrating them when threatened. Your species has always been underestimated, Commander. That has been both your weakness and your greatest strength." The demonstration, the alien vessels had spread into a wider formation, clearly uncomfortable with the massive energy readings emanating from the asteroid station. Alina could see their weapons charging, preparing for what they probably assumed would be a desperate last stand by primitive human technology. They had no idea what they were facing. "Sentinel Prime," Alina asked, "what are your defensive capabilities?" "Defense is no longer the primary concern, Commander. 3 centuries of preparation have given me far more than mere defensive systems. Would you like me to demonstrate?" Alina looked at the 3 alien warships surrounding her position. Each vessel was a masterpiece of advanced technology, armed with weapons that could reduce her research ship to atoms in seconds. But the confidence in Sentinel Prime's voice suggested that the ancient station was far from helpless. "Show me," she said. The asteroid installation responded with a display that took Alina's breath away. Sections of the space rock that had appeared to be natural formations suddenly revealed themselves as sophisticated machinery. What Alina had mistaken for mineral deposits were actually advanced armor plating. The asteroid wasn't just hiding a station, it was a station. An entire military complex disguised as a natural celestial body. Hegemony vessels, Sentinel Prime broadcast on all frequencies. "You have threatened a human citizen under my protection. This is your only warning. Withdraw immediately or face the consequences." The lead alien commander's response crackled with arrogance. "Ancient human scrap will not deter the hegemony. You will surrender or be destroyed." "Very well, Sentinel," Prime replied calmly. "Commander Vasquez, you are about to witness why your ancestors chose to hide rather than reveal humanity's true capabilities. They understood that sometimes the most effective weapon is surprise. Alina watched in fascination as the station's systems reached full activation. Energy readings that had seemed impossible moments ago now appeared conservative. The asteroid began to move, its massive bulk shifting position with impossible grace. This wasn't just a station built inside an asteroid. The entire celestial body was an artificial construct, a weapon platform beyond anything in Elena's experience. Initiating demonstration protocols, Sentinel Prime announced. Hegemony vessels. Observe. The space around the station shimmered, and Elena's instruments detected massive gravitational distortions. The asteroid was somehow manipulating space-time itself, creating localized gravity wells that could crush a starship or redirect. Incoming weapons fire, but the real demonstration was yet to come. Sentinel Prime, Elena whispered, "What are you doing?" "I am showing our visitors what humanity is truly capable of, Commander. Your species has spent centuries developing technologies that make conventional warfare obsolete. The hegemony believes in superior firepower. Humanity believes in superior thinking." The revelation: the alien vessels opened fire, their weapons unleashing devastating beams of energy that should have reduced the asteroid to debris. Instead, the station's defensive systems activated with casual efficiency. The incoming weapons fire was absorbed, redirected, and converted into additional power for the station's systems. "Impossible," the alien commander gasped. "No civilization possesses such technology." "No civilization you know of," Alina replied, her pride in humanity's achievements growing with each passing moment. "My ancestors weren't just explorers and miners, they were scientists, engineers, and visionaries who understood that survival in the galaxy required more than just bigger guns." Sentinel Prime's voice carried a note of satisfaction. "The hegemony has encountered 17 different species in their expansion across the galaxy. Each one they defeated through superior firepower and advanced weapons technology. They have never encountered a species that achieved victory through superior intellect." Alina watched as the station demonstrated technology that seemed to violate the laws of physics. Energy shields that absorbed and redirected attacks, gravitational manipulation that could move objects across vast distances, and communication systems that operated faster than light itself. Commander Vasquez, Sentinel Prime continued, "Your ancestors understood that humanity's greatest strength was not our physical capabilities or our weapons technology. It was our ability to think beyond conventional solutions. While other species focused on building bigger guns, humanity focused on making those guns irrelevant." The alien vessels had ceased their attacks, their crews apparently realizing that conventional weapons were useless against the station's defenses. Alina could hear confused chatter over the communication channels as the hegemony forces tried to understand what they were facing. "Sentinel Prime," Alina asked, "why reveal this now? Why not during the early expansion when humanity was weaker?" "Because timing is everything, Commander. 3 centuries ago, humanity was not ready for this responsibility. Your species needed time to mature, to understand the consequences of possessing such power. The protocol was designed to activate only when humanity faced a threat that required this level of response." Alina nodded, understanding beginning to dawn. "You've been watching, waiting for the right moment." "I have been watching everything, Commander. Every human colony, every exploration mission, every first contact with alien species. I have been preparing for this day since my activation." The hegemony's appearance in human space was the trigger event my creators programmed into my systems. The choice, the alien commander's voice, cut through the communication channels, sounding far less confident than before. Human installation, we are prepared to withdraw. This confrontation serves no purpose. Withdrawal is not sufficient, Sentinel Prime replied. The hegemony has classified humanity as a primitive species marked for subjugation. This classification must be revised. Alina realized she was witnessing a pivotal moment in human history. The choices made in the next few minutes would determine humanity's relationship with the galaxy's other intelligent species for generations to come. Sentinel Prime, she said, what exactly are you asking of them? I am asking them to acknowledge what they have just witnessed, Commander. Humanity is not a primitive species. We are a species that has chosen to hide our capabilities until the moment when revelation became necessary. That moment is now. The alien vessels remained in formation, their weapons powered down but ready to activate at a moment's notice. Alina could feel the tension in the space around her, the weight of 3 centuries of preparation balanced on the edge of a decision. Hegemony Command, Alina broadcast. I am Commander Alina Vasquez of the Terran Research Division. I did not seek this confrontation, but I will not run from it. Humanity has the right to exist in this galaxy, and we have the ability to defend that right. The response came after a long pause. Commander Vasquez, the Hegemony Council will need to review this encounter. Your species has demonstrated capabilities that were not previously known to us. They were not known because we chose not to reveal them, Alina replied. My ancestors understood that the greatest weapon is the one your enemy never sees coming. Today, you have seen it. Sentinel Prime's voice carried a note of approval. Well said, Commander. The protocol requires that I offer the hegemony a choice. They can acknowledge humanity's right to exist as equals among the galaxy's civilizations, or they can continue to view us as primitives to be conquered. But they cannot do both. Alina watched as the alien vessels began to withdraw, their massive forms retreating toward the edge of the asteroid field. The demonstration had achieved its purpose. The hegemony would return to their council with a new understanding of what humanity represented. Sentinel Prime, Alina asked, what happens now? Now, Commander, you carry the knowledge of what your species is truly capable of. You return to human space as humanity's voice in the galaxy. The age of hiding is over. The age of revelation has begun. Alina looked at the ancient station, its systems still glowing with centuries of accumulated power and knowledge. Her routine survey mission had become something far more significant. She was no longer just a research pilot. She was humanity's ambassador to the galaxy, carrying the legacy of her ancestors and the promise of her species' future. Computer, she said, set course for Earth. Priority 1, transmission. The Hegemony Council is about to learn what humanity really means. As the horizon's edge moved away from the asteroid field, Alina could see Sentinel Prime's systems powering down to standby mode. The ancient guardian would continue watching, waiting for the next moment when humanity needed its protection. The galaxy was about to change, and Alina Vasquez would be the one to announce humanity's arrival as a major power among the stars.